ready.
Very good. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. We have very exciting things to announce this morning. My name is Louis Stewart, Chief Innovation Officer for the City of Sacramento. And I actually won't steal the thunder. I'll actually let the mayor talk about what we're talking about today. Mayor Steinberg.
Thank you very much, Louis. Yes, it is an exciting day today as Sacramento continues its quest to be the state's leader and even the nation's leader in innovation, technology, alternative fuel vehicles, and autonomous vehicles. We add another notch in our effort to aspire to be even more. Think about this. Think about one's experience at the DMV. And by the way, the DMV is a great agency. They've improved their performance a lot over the years, but imagine never having to wait in line at the DMV to re-register your car, or having to peel those stickers. I know I have a difficult time with that, and to put them on your license plate when you register your car. With a digital license plate, drivers can re-register their cars online with just a few clicks. It's 2018, and it's better to be ahead of the technology than to be catching up. And Sacramento is leading the way in this exciting new technology. We're the first city in the country to outfit our city fleet cars with digital license plate. We now have them on 24 new Bolt electric cars, and we'll be adding them to 11 more cars when the vehicles are delivered. We've been working with Reviver Auto, and you'll hear from the CEO, Neville Boston, in just a moment. A company out of the Bay Area that has chosen Sacramento. Get that theme there. A company out of the Bay Area choosing Sacramento, that has been working with the DMV since 2008 to get the plates approved for sale in our state. And as you're going to hear as well in a moment from Craig Quisenberry, the Vice President of Cooney Chevrolet Cadillac, they're also beginning to commercialize this technology. But for our purposes today, we are going to have 35 cars from the city's fleet that will have this new digital license plate technology. So what's its use? What's its utility? The plates will allow the city to keep track of fleet vehicles and record their mileage in much the same way that GPS technology currently allows us to monitor gas-powered vehicles, but at a slightly lower cost. We will also be using the digital plates in the future to transmit important city public service notices. And while this is city fleet we're talking about, when it comes to the public's use of this technology, as I understand it, when it comes to privacy, it's all opt-in by the consumer. If you don't want a message on your digital license plate, it won't be on your digital license plate. But for the city vehicles, we want important city information for our residents to be ubiquitous, as many places as it can be, including the digital license plate for city vehicles. These messages can be displayed when the cars are stopped. The plates can be used, for example, to display amber alerts or indicate that a driver needs help or that a car is stolen. The plates will work very well with electric cars, and we'll be ordering more of them in the future as the city continues to convert its fleet to meet the city's sustainability goals. Remember, we are the recipient of the $44 million Electrify America grant to, again, be the state's leader when it comes to electrifying our vehicle fleets. One of the big reasons Reviver chose Sacramento because of our partnership with Verizon to install an ultra-fast 5G network in the city. It's all connected. That will allow messages to be transmitted quickly to the license plate. And so, in conclusion, I just want to say that, it's my job to be the cheerleader for this city, and it's a great job. Especially when you've got real product and real result to back it up. This is just one more example of how the city of Sacramento is establishing itself in the alternative fuel and autonomous vehicle industries. And so it's a happy day. I'm very happy and proud now to introduce Neville Boston, the CEO of Reviver Auto. Welcome to the capital city, man.
Thank you.
Bring your technology, bring lots of jobs, okay? Here you go.
That's the hope. That's the hope. I want to say thank you to Mayor Steinberg. Also to Louis Stewart. It's kind of mind blowing to be here right now. The thing that I really want to champion is what a true public-private partnership looks like. We were fortunate enough to work with DMV and CHP and the Department of Transportation to get this here, but to have the city embrace it the way that they have is absolutely mind-blowing. They're really at the forefront of what needs to be done when it comes to technology, innovation, and then collaboration. Reviver Auto, what we were looking to do simply was just simplify the registration process, make it, be able to do it over air. But what we realized that there was a lot of other things that the technology could do. So we're in a position right now where we're able to not only do over-air registration, but we're also able to do, targeted telematics. We can do parking and tolling through the plate, specialty plates, cause plates, all of those things can happen on this platform. So we're tremendously excited to be here. We're tremendously excited to be working with the city on everything that we have going on, and we look forward to more of these conversations. With that, I'll bring Craig.
Craig, you go. Craig, what's Mary?
Great. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Neville. Thank you, Peter. Community Chevrolet Cadillac, Chevrolet Motor Company is very excited, and I'm very proud to be the person here speaking for the launch of these vehicles. These Chevy Bolts are amazing. They get incredible miles per gallon or equivalent in terms of electric use. The city should be proud. The city of trees should be proud in launching such amazing vehicles that are going to really enhance how the city is viewed and significantly enhance the use of technology as it's incorporated in city use, but also as people step forward and bring it into their own homes and use it publicly. The neat thing about these vehicles and this technology, including Reviver, is that it leans into safety. It leans into strongly environmental use. It leans into the aspect of personal identification, personalizing one's vehicle or a company vehicle for the purpose of its use and identifying why is it significant, what makes it important. These vehicles and partnering with Reviver to launch this digital plate technology on these cars, quite frankly, is amazing. What I can share with you additionally is when it comes to environment, these vehicles that Chevrolet has built and designed pose some of the most advanced technology in terms of mileage that can be attained, in terms of reduction in carbon footprint. They're going to really stand out and make this city unique amongst all cities, as well it should be, right? Safety. Today's vehicles are more and more safe. They're literally a fingerprint of how technology is evolving, and virtually almost each and every quarter, new discoveries are being made in how we can make vehicles and public safety that much better and sustain lives, literally saving tens of thousands of lives per year through the development of technology and how we can apply it to transportation. When you look at technology and you consider how are we using it? How are people using it? Obviously, all of us have use for iPhones, for digital devices, and we literally surround ourselves with them daily. But what they really are is a representation of who we are as people, whether it's our screensavers, whether it's how we find where we're going to go to a meeting today, whether it's even grocery shopping or other services that we like to do online. They're very, very important to us, and they're very important in our car. We now have Wi-Fi in cars. We now have technology that allows braking systems to detect the need to brake sooner than we could actually detect it. We have autonomous vehicles coming down the horizon and the development of those vehicles. And then when you look at a car today particularly electric cars, and you put a digital license plate on it, I can't think of anything that represents your own or unique identity, whether it's the identity of the city, whether it's the identity of ourselves, and how to express that to people who are driving on the road. How to convey your own personal message, whether it's through an icon on your license plate, personalization, or whether it's through, hey, this car is in trouble, needs some help. It is a fantastic, fantastic development, and I'm very grateful and thankful that Reviver has the forward thinkingness to have thought of this and interact and design and develop and go through the long process to bring it where it is today. And I'm equally excited to represent Chevrolet and Cooney Chevrolet with the city and seeing not only the launch of Reviver plates, but Chevy Bolts, on the street and more coming. So thank you, I appreciate that.
That was not a paid political advertisement.
No, it's not, it was not.
So I appreciate everybody showing up today. And I want to leave you guys with just a thought. So the mayor mentioned autonomous cars, Craig mentioned autonomous cars, Craig mentioned safety, mentioned that Reviver kind of leans into the innovation of this thing. Think about that the license plate hasn't been updated in 100 years, 100 plus years. And this is one of the last pieces of a car that can be updated. And so the city, in partnership with Reviver, is looking at what's next. So no, it doesn't stop. We're putting it on the bolts and figuring out the mileage of cars. Really, we're looking at the possibility of working with setting a standard around communication protocols for autonomous cars, so that as autonomous cars are rolling around the city, we actually can track and trace them and figure out if they're performing well or not. We can make sure that people behind the cars understand that what the autonomous car is going to do, so we're entering into the human-robot interaction piece of everything. And so I'm super excited as the city's Chief Innovation Officer to be able to explore this with a company like Reviver, with the mayor like Mayor Steinberg, and with the city of Sacramento that's really leaning in to being a technology lab and testing this stuff out and trying new things and setting some standards that absolutely lean into the safety and security of citizens and making sure that people are first and not just doing tech for tech's sake. And with that, we close. If you guys have questions, go ahead, and thank you very much again for being here this morning.
How does it work, and how much does it cost the city?
So from a registration standpoint, you would use an application to be able to register your vehicle and operate the plate. And the plate's hardware costs $6.99, and there's about a $7.50 a month fee that goes with that.
$699?
$699. Yeah. What's the city paying? City's a fleet, so their pricing's different. I believe it's $299 for a fleet. Yeah. I believe the fee should be $19.99. It's like a telematics. It's going to be able to track and do all the things that you need to do with it. Yeah, it has GPS information that you have, but it also has the ability to do targeted messaging on top of that. So it allows you to do several different things outside of just GPS.
$19.99 a month, $2.99. These are modest amounts of money, and I have a bigger motive here, and that is I want to continue to send the signal that Sacramento should be the center of all these technologies, and especially a message to those who are creating jobs and want to bring new manufacturing to an innovative city. Come here. We saw that last week with Highlands Power and the small electric motors, right? So all this builds one on top of another here. This is a great project in and of itself, but it's that larger message and the signal that we're sending out that when it comes to job creation around technology, innovation, alternative fuels, this is the place to locate, this is the place to build.
Is there any job creation from this project immediately?
Well, we're looking actually to be here and be able to bring jobs to the city here. So we're actually going through that conversation with the city currently.
How many are we looking at?
I'll have a better number within the next couple of weeks.
How does the technology actually work? How does the device itself actually work? Is it tracked? If you have it, is it tracked? You're not a city employee.
Well, I mean, you have the control based on what you want to do. It's like if you are lost and you need Google to help you get found, you can activate the GPS or not. It's completely in your control. So, but when you asked the question earlier about how does it work, I mean, it's from what aspect?
Like what kind of screen is it? What's the technology in it? Can it shut
Okay.
out?
Yeah.
Can it be hacked? Can somebody?
Okay, so we're using bistable technology. It is alike to your Kindle ebook reader. It's been ruggedized, it's IP66 rated. It uses LTE Wi-Fi connection. We're working with Verizon on that. I think, and then we use a mobile app as a way of communication with the Play or your desktop.
How is the information safeguarded?
So there's a secret that's put on the chip at the time of manufacturing. All lines of communication are encrypted. It's akin to your online banking session.
Yeah, we routinely get notifications from our bank that our information has been hacked, or that a password has been leaked, or that data has been breached. So I guess what is being done from not just the city perspective for sensitive city data, but for the average consumer who's looking into this, what do they need to know?
Well, the thing is that the plate will only have the unique identifier as far as the license plate number. None of that information is basically available off the plate. Everything is stored in the cloud, and that those lines of communication are encrypted. So, to my knowledge, I don't believe the DMV's ever been hacked, and that information's never gone out. So, right now, we actively are testing all of our systems to make sure that they haven't been penetrated or anything like that. We continue to do that. So I feel fairly comfortable with where we are right now.
Is the DMV the only agency with whom you share information?
For right now, yes, there will be some with law enforcement, but we are not connected to their systems yet.
Okay, well, and how will the law enforcement, will it be an opt-in for each individual consumer to decide if they want their information shared with law enforcement?
Well, okay, so you're saying sharing information with law enforcement. I thought you meant like communication as far as back and forth on our end. The consumer, you have control over the data that you want shared or not shared. You can opt in or out of any kind of communication, whether it be GPS or anything else.
So, for example, if I have this license plate on my car,
Yes.
and the police are looking for me, you can find my car. Do you tell the police where I am?
No, it's not for us to do that. They can get more information off your cell phone.
Okay, but so that's not, information's not shared.
No, that information is not shared.
Sold?
No,
Okay, so it's not going to be sold at any point with a third party?
that's not what we're looking to do with the information at all. Think of us more like Apple, less like Facebook. We don't make our money off that. We build a product that I think people want to have, and they'll come to that product for that reason.
But it's something that's possible, but you guys are choosing not to do?
Yeah, it's not our business. That's not our business.
You get a warrant to...
I think if we have a warrant, that's something that can happen. But in all honesty, I think that the information that they would get off their cell phone would be a lot richer and better than what they would get off our plates.
What about the messaging itself? I believe the mayor said when it stops.
Legally stopped.
So that's the only time it would be viewable. It wouldn't be while you're driving down the road.
No, when it's driving down the road, it's a plate. It's all about compliance and safety. So it's just a license plate when it's on the road.
Can I still get a sticker and stick it on the upper end corner?
If you choose, I don't know why, but you could.
You don't have to buy. You don't have to buy a digital plate. No.
One more question. Where's the money? Is the money coming from that grant you mentioned?
Somebody coming from the general fund? Yes.
Fleet, or the-
Yes, it's from the fleet general fund, yeah.
And again, you said, we have a fleet vehicle, everyone's probably here with the big vehicles, big vehicles, big GPS is a lot less expensive than the cheaper rate of $300. And you're saying, sounds like, Mayor, that this is a bigger issue than just the cost.
This is, yeah, look at, I'm going to make a series of announcements in the weeks ahead. I think it's more than appropriate. In fact, I think it's necessary that the city invest some of its resources into growing this economy and into creating jobs. And this is a very modest amount of money that has the potential, again, to continue to send a signal that this is the place to manufacture these new kinds of technologies. And so, I'll always do a cost-benefit analysis, but where we can make a modest investment with the potential of creating jobs, always going to be open to that.
How many vehicles does the city have? Will all of them have this technology?
No, I mean,
By the time you're
starting with
done.
55. I think the idea is to test it, and of course, under the state law, there's a major valuation report due next year, I believe, or in 2020. So based on that evaluation, if this works, yes, I could see expanding this much more broadly. And obviously, it's beginning to be looked at by the auto dealers themselves when it comes to the sale of their fleets to people. So this is a test, but it's a broad enough test where we can get all the data and information we need. But look, you either get swallowed up by the new advances and fall behind, or you get out front, and we choose to get out front. Again, with the idea though of making Sacramento the center of manufacturing and job creation, not just around digital license plates, but by all of these new technologies. Thanks so much, everybody.